Imiss issa li tidħol fit-tank Evgenia Temnisheva li ħolqot prodott maħsub għal ġenituri li għandhom trabi ta' twelid.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eugenia. I'm presenting the project called IUNOCARE. I'm the founder and COO of the company. We are now looking for an investment of 200,000 euros for 7.5% stake of our company. IUNOCARE is a smart baby monitor created to collect and analyze data on babies' health. So when people become parents, they always feel very nervous and very anxious about that. We want to grant a bit more calmness to parents. And so, what IUNOCARE is? Actually, it is a baby monitor, first of all. It is also a wearable for the smallest one. It is also an application for parents where they can find very important information and answers to the questions they have. Besides, and on top of that, it is a console for remote monitoring of doctors. And finally, what is the most important for us and for the research community, it is a source of raw data, which is very scarce and which the research community waits from the market. So we use trained models based on the data we collect. What exactly do we collect? We measure temperature, we measure blood oxygen level, breathing cycles, and pulse of the children. So you have, as in other applications, you have all the data in your app. Also, you have there a chatbot where you can find the answers to the questions you have. And later on, when we have more data, we want to work on the immunization and medication tracking. We want to track the sleeping patterns of babies, what is also very important, and provide the remote consultation through this app. We plan in the next 3 years to sell 300,000 devices. We project that this will one device will cost about 250 euros, so it will result in about 200 million euros in the next 3 years of sales, and this is based only on sale of the devices. According to our financial model, the EBITDA will be around 35%. Is any one of you interested in joining us in our journey of creating new level newborn healthcare solution? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. That was a very precise and very good presentation. Congratulations on that. I'm just going to ask you 2 questions because I'm sure everybody has questions, just not to be repetitive. Are you a programmer? Do you develop this app yourself, or you're working with someone who is doing that?
We have in-house developers, so the guys are part of our team.
And given that you're collecting, last question from me,
Yep.
that you're collecting data base, which is very sensitive of children, and you're gonna, do you need special certification for that? Have you done your research on that?
Yes, of course, we did the research on that. We worked with consulting companies, with like helping with obtaining certification, and as the first stage, we plan to certify the device as according to the Toys Directive and also to electromagnetic directive. But this will be the first stage. Of course, to obtain the medical grade, more tests are necessary.
The product is just the monitor on its own, or there is something else to it?
It is the tracker which you put on the leg.
Where is the product being produced at the moment?
Production, like now it is...
For those 10 units, you're...
10 units, we have office in Finland. But those were just created in the office.
Okay.
And now we have agreements with China, with factories.
For mass production?
For mass production.
You already found the factory who will actually...
Yes, we also...
And what is the cost of per product to be produced? Because you're selling at 250.
Yeah,
right?
as always, it depends on the batch. So the more you produce, the less the unit is. We target it will be 60 euros per one device when you will have mass production.
Mass production, packed, ready packed and everything.
Ready packed and everything.
Okay, and the use of funds that you require, the 200,000 for 7.5% of the shares of the company.
Oh, for sure.
For what will be using the funds?
The funds to support now operations and to consult to obtain those certification with those 25 devices.
What is your route to market? How will you be selling these products?
We have already launched the website and the pre-sales. So like if someone is interested already in it, so you can pre-order it.
So you're going direct to consumer?
Direct to consumer is the first. Second, of course, through all the marketplaces. So it's about, again, like selling the device itself. Third, it is through distributors as well. So we see that pharmacies could be also the place, or the shops with all this baby stuff.
What's the value of the first order you'll be placing with your Chinese manufacturer?
It is the first order we already placed. It's for production 25 devices, and we have to pay, like, for the, let's say, contract which we signed already 100,000.
First and foremost, I appreciate putting 400,000 in bootstrapping. It's a lot of money, so definitely there's skin in the game. Obviously, the financials needs to be expand. You were an ex-PwC, so you have this experience. I mean, one would really, I would at least prefer to have some more visual in terms of financials, like these, what you are mentioning right now. And I would add also to that, would you not, or are you not considering white labeling also the product?
White labeling? It might be possible, so it's not about, like...
Might give you traction by roping it with brands, maybe other brands, because what I'm seeing, the biggest challenge I'm seeing is that, as you mentioned in your presentation, there are other companies out there.
And they're big.
So to penetrate the market, you need either a huge amount of money invested in marketing and obviously promoting the product, or else you rope it in with someone who has already the traction, who can, through white labeling, he can push it forward, and then obviously you have your own brand.
We already contact actually Philips. And
for example?
Yeah, because they have those baby monitors sold, but they don't have any like smart baby monitors, and even they don't have them, as we understood, developed in-house. So this is one of the options, to go to a strategic partner later on when we have those like golden sample, and sell through them.
Let's say I accept to give you my data. What is your plan going forward? What will you be doing with it?
It is, there are different options. Either, if we are speaking about doctors' control of personal data, or, I mean, personal indicators, this is one thing, that your doctor can control it, can see, for example, remotely, like, how he feels, what should be done, so without going to the doctor, he can remotely control. We understand that. But if we are speaking about the data and machine learning, of course, this will be unindividualized data.
Okay. From what I understood, your USP here is the way your wearable interacts with the child, right?
On the foot.
On the foot. And then the way you analyze your data. Is that correct?
Right. They are not analyzing data as we do. There is only one competitor in the US who analyzed data. They had a lot of problems with FDA. They went on IPO, actually, and after that, it was found out that there was no FDA approval for launching on the market. And this is the only company which analyzed the collected data. But they were thrown back with all those issues, and so they sold already quite a lot of devices. I will not be precise now in numbers, but they now concentrated on sleep tracking.
This is extremely important. When you're gathering data of children and health data, you need to have a lot of certification, a lot of approval for analysis.
I understand.
So that's because he's interested in the project as well, so that's why.
Yeah, that's no question. I'm also a mother. I understand like that it's needed, and I'm also.
But do you have it? Is what he's trying to find out.
Are you pursuing a certification with FDA, EMEA?
We already pre-agreed with the companies who running the tests to help you obtaining the certification. So that's not. I wouldn't say this is a
But
problem.
how long would that take?
When you have the first grade, not the medical grade, so it's about like 1-2 months of certificating.
It's a very interesting project, and for the time being, you know, given that I don't have a lot of clarity on the financials, I will give it a miss. But I'm interested to take the conversation forward outside. But at this minute, you know, I'll pass.
Thank you.
I really wish I had this device when my kids were younger, because we used to wake up very often at night.
Maybe there will be more kids.
Well, I'm the opposite. I don't really feel that comfortable with like babies wearing stuff going around. I mean, we all grew up without having to wear a device attached to us and stuff like that. I'm a bit more of a traditional. Nothing wrong, and I mean, I'm sure your app is it appeals to a wide audience, I'm sure, but just because of that, I wouldn't be investing.
Thank you.
Are you going to be requesting additional funding? How many partners are going to be in this?
As few as possible. I hope that we will have one partner now to get to this like golden sample and those 200, I would say, and then we go to venture capital or maybe VC part of a strategic partner.
I think, yes, moving forward with private equity and venture capital makes sense, but still I'm not really clear in terms of the scalability, the amount of funds you would need in this stage to go from the stage you are at into the next stage, because this is a process.
And at what stage you sell out, I mean?
Yeah. So for that reason, I will not be investing. But I think you're doing something great as a product. It's very relevant, in my opinion.
Super idea, but the same. I mean, there's no point to what we can sell out to the investment, you know? And as Mark said, you know, joining force with one of the large companies will obviously give you
Yeah, of course.
that help. So I will not be investing in this.
Thank you.
Are you getting any local funding?
Yeah, we applied for Malta's enterprise support.
At what stage are you in? At what stage of the application are you in?
Ah, okay, we just applied it. I'm waiting for for the feedback or, yeah.
For the time being, I'm out on this as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love the product.
Prototype, huh?
Of course.
Yeah. But I believe that,
But why?
like Philips, for example, or Avent, at one point they will come up with the same product and blow the market away.
That's why you white label it.
That's
because
not-
Yes,
Europe,
exactly.
Europe with that.
You don't white
Exactly.
label it. You go to Philips. You license the technology to them.
I think that the comments were reasonable. I understand them, and if I was in their food, I think I would comment in the same way, but I would be happy if hardware projects would obtain a bit more support from the market.